Hello everyone, my name is Kate Marshall. The name of my channel is called Inked Paper Art, and today is day 52 of 365 days of junk journal ideas, where I do a short 15-minute video every morning teaching you guys how to make a different piece of ephemera, how to make junk journals, how to decorate junk journals, everything to do about junk journals. So today's project is a page tuck. However, it's a unique page tuck. You're going to get a page tuck and a pocket and a tall skinny tag. So let's go ahead and get started. So for today's project, the supply list that you're going to want is some piece of cardstock. It doesn't matter what kind of cardstock. It could be single-sided, double-sided. It could be a digital that you printed out onto cardstock. I'm going to use the Stamperia cardstock, so a piece of scrapbook paper would work. And so any kind of cardstock will work for the project. Scraps are also great, and I will show you the size that we're going to want for the scrap too, or for the pocket tuck, whatever we're making. Also, you're going to want glue. So this is art glitter glue. This is the one that I glue my pockets. I construct and glue all of my pockets. Every single journal I ever make is having pockets made, constructed and glued down to pages with art glitter. Then for any type of decorating or light, paper projects, I use the UHU Glue Stick. And then you're going to want a thumb hole notcher. You could use the whale tail that I normally use. This is a skinny little pocket, so I'm going to use the 1-inch circle punch and a scoring tool and a cutting tool. That's basic supply list. Probably all of you have that. Let's go ahead and pick out our cardstock. I have a little scrap over here, so I'm just going to keep using this scrap. We're going to cut our piece of cardstock to 5 by 7. Now you could make this larger or smaller. I'm making it to fit on an 8.5-inch by 11-inch piece of paper that's folded in half for a journal page. So the journal page itself is 8.5 by 11. And then when we make the journal page, we fold it in half. And this tuck is going to go on the side of your page so that you can tuck something in it, but it is also going to be a pocket. And I'm going to have you, walk through the whole thing. We're going to make it together. So anyway, size your pocket, your tuck, size it so that it will fit on whatever size journal page you have. If you have a super big, tall journal page for like a document style journal, then you can make a much larger pocket than what I'm going to make right here. The sizing all can be changed, but again, I'm going to use a 5 by 7 piece of cardstock for this project. Just kind of looking to see what we've got here. So this one really is 7 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple of them, and we'll make 2 or 3. I don't know how much we can get out of this. Looks like we'll get two right there. Okay, so we've got 2 5 by 7s and a skinny piece that could even be a tag leader. So there's those. Oh, before I move this, we need to score. You need to score your 5 by 7s if you're making the same thing I'm making. 2 5 by 7s, you're going to score both of them in half. And so I'm going to score them in half on the 7-inch score line. I'm sorry, the 7-inch side. So it's 7 inches tall, and I'm scoring in half at 2.5 inches. Goodness, 2.5 inches is where I'm scoring my 7-inch piece of cardstock. And you notice I'm scoring in the cutting tool. It works for both. I don't use the scoring blade. I just use my regular scoring tool and hold down my paper with this, and then go ahead and score down the cut channel. It works just fine. And so there's that. And then from there, I will go ahead and pick out what side I want of my paper on the front. I'm going to have the front be one of these sides, either this side or this side. And then for this one, same thing, I'll have it be this side. And so then I'm just going to give them a nice bone fold. You want these to be as flat as possible. So I'm just going to fold those down. Okay. And then from there, the next step is to thumb hole notch the top. So at this point, you need to decide which face is the front. It probably helps if I just make one at a time, but pick out which face of your cardstock is going to be the front, because you're not going to see the back of this at all, which is why I said you could make it single-sided. You don't need pattern in here because this is going to be glued closed. So for me, I like the folded edge on the left, because that's going to be where our tuck is. And so if there's not even a lip or anything for paper to be caught on, I think it's easier. So I did the folded edge on the left side of my pocket, and I'm going to thumb hole notch the top front flap. So I'm just going to do a little thumb hole notch right up in here. It just helps me if I turn it around towards myself. So I just center it, and then usually I use the whale tail punch, but because this is such a skinny little narrow pocket, I do want to have a thumb hole notch that is appropriately sized. So I am just going to use that little 1-inch circle punch. So there's that. We've thumb hole notched both of those somewhere right there. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and do some inking, and then we're going to glue these down. Now this is a project that you could do ahead of time. So you could sit down and do all of your little side tucks and then just leave them until you're making a journal, and then they would be ready to go to where you could add them to your journal pages as you're decorating your journal. Or you could sit down and make them up and glue them to some paper, and that way you'd have some journal pages all ready to go, and you wouldn't need to worry about, adding those journal pages in or coming up with another journal page, etc. You could just have them on hand to use at any time. So I'm only going to ink the front face of our little tuck here, a little tuck pocket, because you're, again, not going to see the inside and you're not going to see the back of it either. So I've just inked around the front face of them. And so from there, we're going to glue them. This is a super easy, quick project. It'll make a lot more sense after you see it down on a page. So we're going to glue down the right side all the way, and make your glue close to the edge, because this is already a skinny little narrow pocket, and you don't want to have a situation where, it's too narrow for any usable writing space. So just down that right edge is where you need to add your glue, and across the bottom, and add your glue as close to that right edge as you can. And so we'll do it one more time here. I hope that you guys are having a great day. This video airs on Friday, so tonight we will be doing our free junk journal class, where we're going to continue with the making of the Blue Beauty journals, and that was the February kit of the month. For March, we're doing a botanical kit of the month, and those journal kits are available now, or at least they were. I don't know if they'll be sold out by the time you contact me, but they were available when I filmed this video. And so the botanical journals, we will make them the whole month of March on Friday Night Craft with Me lives. You don't have to watch on Fridays. You can watch anytime. The videos stay up on the channel forever. So there's our little side tuck pockets. So from here, this is your journal page. Just imagine this is a journal page. You would glue this onto a page. So you would glue just the side edge here. You don't need to glue the bottom. Definitely don't glue this, and don't glue the top, because you're going to be sliding a piece of ephemera in here, because this is a tuck. So you'll slide ephemera in here and it will be a tuck, but we need to construct the tags that go down in here. So you make a tag that is a long, tall, skinny tag to fit inside of this pocket. And then this is just a page tuck, just your standard page tuck, but it's also a pocket with a tag. So I thought that was kind of nice, right? You get a little extra there. I'm not going to glue either one of these down, because I'm probably going to end up using them in the blue journal, but this is the way they're going to work. Again, you just glue down the right side. That's what holds it onto your page. And then it's just a small little bead of glue down the right side. That's what holds it. And then from here, you can make it a tuck. Now, I generally glue just a little bit up here in the corner on the back side of it, just to kind of help adhere that down to a page. But as long as you have this whole side open here, including up here at the top and the bottom, that's a really nice tuck. It'll hold a lot of things. And so let's go ahead and move forward with making the tags that go in these. And then maybe, I was wondering if this was going to be big enough. I think it will. I mean, it's kind of matchy for my taste, but it is the right size to go in here. So this is about how a tag would look sticking in there. So you'll make yourself a little tag, and you'll have these little side tucks. And again, you can decorate them and make them to any theme journal that you're making. Let's go ahead and turn this into a tag. Maybe we'll use this side, and we'll put some book page going down it. And then we will add some copy dyed paper going down the back side, so that you can write on the tag for journaling. So let me find some book pages. I've got all kinds of book pages over here. So this one looks good. Oh, this one I did for a signature. So not that one. We do have a pile of book pages somewhere over here. So let me pull copy dyed paper to put on the back of it. So there's that. And then there's some more book pages right here. So I've got dictionary. I've got all kinds of book pages. Here's a different one. That'll work too. All right. So for this guy, he just needs a little bit of text. So just a little text going down one side would be good. And I just like to cover a little bit of it. Let's see. I think we are going to go down this side. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I'm not going to ink that book page. I'm fine with it the way it is. I hope you guys enjoy making this project. It's a fun one. I forget about this one a lot. So doing these 365 videos have been really good for me too, because it has given me an excuse, a reason to go ahead and get out and just craft every day and, revisit some things that maybe I haven't made for quite a long time. I don't make every single thing all the time. I kind of get in the same rut where I make the same pockets over and over again. So this has been kind of nice. It's given me an excuse to get out some things I haven't played with and revisit some techniques I haven't used in a while. So I really enjoyed it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. I don't even have a pair of scissors out. I don't know how I thought I was going to do a video without a pair of scissors. That's how my day's gone too today. Yeah, I'm filming this video and it's kind of early in the morning, so I was not having my desk all prepared. I can't wait till I can film these videos back over in my craft room. My craft room has all of my supplies and everything is just at hand. It's so much easier to work in your own craft room. Okay, so here's the tag. Now let's go ahead and cut it into a little tag shape. Now, obviously, you don't want to cut too big of an angle or whatever up here because it does only, stick out of the top of that pocket a little bit. And so I'll go ahead and ink this around the edge. I do like the way that it frames this darker blue colored scrap of paper from Stamperia. The Stamperia paper I got from Amazon, I will link it. I don't know if the blue one is available anymore. It probably is, but I will link it if it is. If it isn't, I'll just link something similar, like another scrapbooking paper pad from Stamperia. So let's go ahead and work with our pockets here. And we need to come up with what else we want to put on this tag, obviously. And I would probably poke a hole at the top up there. But for now, just want to make sure he does go in here. And he does. He'll be good. He's wet still, so the glue from the book page is still wet, but he will definitely go all the way down in there. That's fine. And then we need to put some coffee dyed paper on the back of him. So let's go ahead and glue him up and stick him to some coffee dyed paper. So this video airs Friday, and I'm also filming Saturday and Sunday at the same time. I'll be filmed a little bit ahead because I have a lot of packing and shipping that needs to happen. Okay, lots and lots of glue on that one. He's definitely going to be stuck down to this coffee dyed paper. So there's that. And so you can see this is the way I like to back my things with coffee dyed paper, is just have, some different weights of coffee dyed paper on hand. When I coffee dye, I dye whatever paper it is that I have. So if I have reams of 24-pound or 28-pound or whatever it is, I just dye a variety of things. That way I've got some thinner paper that's good for backing things. And then I've got some thicker paper that I can use in the signatures of my junk journals for pages. So usually I use 28-pound paper in the signatures, and like a 20 or 24 for backing things. It's just backing like cardstock tags and things, so it doesn't have to be super sturdy there. So this definitely needs to dry before we do anything with it. You can see the paper's already wanting to curl just a little bit. So we're going to have to let that dry before we slide that back in the back in the little pocket. But this is going to be so cute. Now, it would be great if I had a really tall flower, and I know I do out in the other room. So let's see what I do have. I think we're going to need a really tall flower right there, to be honest. Apologies for the beeping. There is a Amazon delivery robot outside delivering a package at 10 o'clock at night. So, and he's beeping. Okay, so, I really think some doily would be good on here to get another layer down. We are going to have to put a tall flower on here. But in the meantime, I can put some doily down there and decorate. We'll get some paper doily. We'll get all of our background layers, and then I am going to have to get that tall flower. Yeah, that's great. That's great on there. So then from there, because it's already wet, I might as well just keep adding my wet layers of glue on here because it's going to have to sit to dry anyway. So from here, just going to add that. And then here's that. And I'm going to try to get this little piece that's hanging off down here on the bottom. So all I've done is put the base layers down. And then from there, I'll add that tall, skinny, narrow flower, probably a little label at the bottom. And then that will be done. I will decorate up the front of this little envelope as well. Just needing to wait for things to dry here a little bit. So there's that. Of course, I'll cut off the excess, but there's that. And it's got blue glue all over it too. And it will slide down into this envelope. Now, this little pocket thing is also a good idea if you're planning on putting a pen in your junk journal. This little side tuck, he will also hold a pen. So if you're looking for a creative way of adding like a little pen holder in a journal, I'm trying to get it to stay open so you can see, but a pen will fit down in here too because it's the right size. So just to go over it one more time, it's going to go on the side of a journal page like this as a tuck. And so from here, you're just going to glue down the right side. You're going to be able to tuck in whatever journal cards or ephemera you have up here to that side. And then you're going to have a long skinny tag that's going to go in there and just poke out the top right there. And that's all that you need to do. It's super easy. I hope you guys make some, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.